Hello you guys, this is Teacher Chris again, and on behalf of my group, I bring you a report on types of tests, specifically about objective type of test in the subject Language Test Development in Bilingual Context, under of course our professor, Dr. Gloria L. Cheng. So let's start with the definition of objective type test. According to W. Wiersma and S. G. Gers, objective items are items that can be objectively scored items on which persons select a response from a list of options. An objective type test is defined as one for which the scoring rules are so exhaustive and specific that they do not allow scorers to make subjective inferences or judgments. Thereby, any scorer that marks an item following the rules will assign the same test score. So in a nutshell, objective type of test requires a specific answer, scoring rules are specific, and it doesn't allow scorers to make subjective inferences or judgments. An objective type of test has two classifications, and there are recall type of questions and recognition type of questions. Recall type of questions are objective type of a test that requires the student to supply the answer to direct questions and to complete the statement where a word or phrase has been omitted. And let's go to recognition type of questions. These types of tests have specified answers and are presented in front of students as puzzles, matching, right or wrong statements, or multiple choice questions. Which brings us to types of objective test. We have classified questions, true or false questions, multiple choice questions, matching type, completion or identification, and lastly, labeling or analogy. Now let's move on to the advantages of an objective type of test. First, on our list, it can be scored objectively and easily. The scoring will not vary from time to time or from examiner to examiner. Diagnostic data is easier to analyze as the results are unbiased, as the instructor's perceptions of a student's work cannot influence marking. And next to our list, objective tests have the ability to cover a large amount of material. The test can be designed to cover a vast amount of questions in a short period of time. Third on our list, it eliminates irrelevant factors such as speed of writing, fluency of expression, literary style, good handwriting, neatness, etc. And although an answer for an objective type question may require recollection of knowledge, there is no deep thinking required and thus can be answered quickly. And number 4, objective type tests are also quick and easy to grade, and time around time is increased for both student and the lecturer. It also permits stencil, machine, or clerical scoring. Thus, scoring is very convenient and easy. Machine-marked exams require little to no effort from the examiner. Machine marking and short turnaround time can also make objective type tests cheaper to mark. Now let's move on to the disadvantages. First on our list is blind guessing is possible. One of the main issues with objective tests is that it is far easier to guess the answer. For true or false questions, the candidate has a 50% chance of guessing correctly. More intelligent students are at a disadvantage because there would be fewer items that the candidate would be unsure about. Weaker students could guess and answer questions correctly and achieve a good grade. Secondly, these specific abilities, like expression and organization, are not tested. The questions, therefore, only test for anticipated responses and cannot deal with creativity and unanticipated answers. So therefore, there is little opportunity for students to express their thoughts. The answers given in an objective test are marked either right or wrong, and there is no in between. Particular care needs to be taken to ensure that the questions are accurate, unambiguous, and challenging. And third on our list, Generally, it measures factual knowledge only. It is possible to extend an objective test beyond factual information, but it is difficult to devise questions for higher order thinking skills. And lastly, there may be a temptation for teachers to teach to the test. In other words, the teacher would concentrate solely on what would be required to obtain a good score in the exam. This approach can lead to a facts and figures, rote memorization, and superficial learning. In conclusion, objective type of test has all the qualities of a good test. However, all the abilities of our students cannot be measured by them. Here's the list of our resources. Kindly look it up to know more about our topic. Again, this has been Teacher Chris, and I'll see you guys in the next one.